Gentlemen, let's talk about rejection. You know the feeling. That stinging blow to the ego every time someone says no. But let me tell you something vital. Rejection, as brutal as it may feel, is where growth begins. Even the glossiest among us aren't strangers to it. Picture this. Steve Jobs, a titan of innovation, pushed out from the very empire he built. It's 1985, and Jobs, who's woven into the fabric of persuasion itself, faces the unimaginable. Yet, did it stop him? Not by a long shot. He pivoted, maneuvered, and found his way back in. This resilience is not unique to great men alone, it's in all of us. Winston Churchill put it well. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Now, how can we mere mortals harness this same power? Let's pivot to the genius of psychologist Martin Seligman. The man's a seer in the realm of optimism. His findings? Our explanatory style, how we interpret our downfalls, is the anchor or the sail in our seas of rejection. When faced with defeat, some of us slap on labels like permanent or pervasive, and we end up dragging these millstones through every walk of life. These types of negative frameworks start young and, unchallenged, can wreak havoc across our adult years. It's the dreaded why bother mindset. Now, enter the art of self-persuasion. Daniel Pink, in his tome, To Sell is Human, proposes a mighty tool, the inner lawyer. It's time to cross-examine our inner critic, dismantle its arguments, and reveal the truth about rejection. It's neither pervasive nor permanent. Let's break these down. Pervasiveness is the false belief that one rejection is a life sentence of failure. But think about it, isn't generalizing about situations just as absurd as making sweeping assumptions about people? The antidote? I learned to ask, why is this rejection isolated to this particular moment? It's a game changer, believe me. And permanence? It's the lie we tell ourselves that the sting of rejection is forever. But remember the last time you faced a setback? The hurt, more often than not, fades a lot quicker than we anticipate. Consider the insightful TED Talk by Dan Gilbert, The Surprising Science of Happiness. It unveils that our bounce back is speedier than we think. Indeed, our level of joy can rebound after events as significant as a severe accident. So, here's the real talk. If you can shift that post-rejection narrative from global doomsday to a targeted blip and from eternal to ephemeral, then, my friend, you're set. Shake off the "I'm a reject" monologue and step into the "hey, I got this" mindset. Remember, no venture of worth comes with success stamped on the box. As JFK aptly said, guarantees are not the currency of achievement. Ready to make resilience your reality? I'm laying down a challenge. For 3 consecutive days, record one rejection you've tasted, rate the initial sting, and reassess its pain now. Reflect on why it was, in truth, situation-specific. Was it tied to a moment, a certain lack of know-how, or simply a bad day? This exercise is a resilience workout for your mind. So, if you're nodding along, itching to carve out success from the dense forest of rejections, then take this mission head-on. Remind yourself that you'll overcome, that this is but a stitch in time. With this, you'll not only grow a thicker skin but will stride towards success with purpose and poise. While I've got your attention, take a moment, like the video, subscribe, and smash that bell icon. It's your ticket to the sharp edge of success, and I guarantee the rewards are plenty. Stay till the end, for there's something special waiting. A nugget of wisdom, a twist in the tale that'll add another layer to your understanding of conquering adversity. And if this speaks to you, if you find value in our journey together, feel free to show appreciation. A link awaits you down below to tip as you see fit. Gents, we're in this together. Now, I'm curious, what's the first action you're going to implement from today's wisdom? Let's conquer the fear of rejection, one victory at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. What you're about to hear might shatter your perception of addiction and potentially unlock the door to a life where your cravings no longer hold the upper hand. Are you grappling with a habit that just won't quit? Well, you're far from alone. Imagine for a moment that our struggle to conquer addiction could be illuminated by an experiment from the 1970s. Picture a group of rats, isolated in cages, presented with a deadly choice: ordinary water or water laced with cocaine. Predictably, many succumb to addiction, with tragic results. Now, shift this scenario. We introduce Rat Park, a veritable rodent utopia brimming with activities, companionship, and all the pleasures a rat could desire. With the same two water sources available, these rats overwhelmingly refused the cocaine mix, and even previous addicts turned their noses up at it once they had a taste of the good life in Rat Park. What's the profound lesson here? Simply put, addiction often strikes when joy and connection are absent from our lives. Those of us coasting through existence in our own metaphorical basements, bereft of purpose, friendships, or happiness, find ourselves in a battlefield against addiction, akin to the solitary rat cage, and the odds don't look good. But here's the kicker. Change is not only possible, it's within reach. To triumph over addiction, it's critical to invest in three transformative areas of life: nourishing relationships, meaningful work, and the art of self-betterment. First off, let's tackle connections. With staggering numbers of people lacking a real confidant, the question stands: how many of your friendships delve beyond the superficial? Real friendship isn't just about shooting the breeze over recent sports matches or TV episodes. It's about sharing deeply, supporting mutual growth, and engaging in conversations that resonate with your very core. So how can you find and nurture these pivotal bonds? It's time to level up those social skills and master the craft of meaningful discussions. Now, I know you're probably itching to deepen your social circle after hearing this, and I've got a solid resource for you. But let's not forget, the answer isn't just in your screen. That brings us to our second game changer. Roll up your sleeves and dive into the analog world. Less screen time, more FaceTime, the traditional kind. This isn't to demonize social media, but rather to rekindle the kind of human interaction that can't be mimicked by pixels and notifications. The next mission on your list: seek out work that sparks something within you. When about 70% of employees feel disconnected from their jobs, it's no wonder that the soul-crushing monotony of certain tasks can push one toward addictive escapes. While ditching the day job isn't always the answer, discover what feels significant to you and make time for it. Whether it's volunteering, sharing your creativity online, or penning that novel, let passion fuel your purpose. Finally, we sculpt. Not marble or clay, but ourselves. This is the most personal journey of all: self-improvement. Just as a sculptor endures dust and fatigue to create art, improving yourself calls for resilience and sometimes discomfort. Hitting the gym, honing your social finesse, resisting that extra scoop of ice cream, all these acts are chisels shaping a stronger, future you. Now picture the transformation over a month as you embrace fitness, quality time with pals, and that small yet passionate project. You might not be living it up in Rat Park just yet, but you're certainly not in the same old cage. With each indulgence in your addiction fading, your journey to the gym, your connections, and your pursuits grow. And, in a beautiful cycle of self-growth, you edge ever closer to freedom from the grip of your vices. Before you know it, you'll have built your personal Rat Park, a reality so fulfilling that the notion of retreating into the arms of addiction loses its allure. Why would you want to escape a life that's truly captivating? Now, gents, it's clear that conquering the beasts of addiction, like the all-too-common pornography or the clutches of substance abuse, takes more than sheer willpower. It demands a radical life renovation. And if you're ready to take that leap, it begins with a single shift in mindset, followed by a series of decisive actions. Stay strong in your convictions and remember, it's not just about eliminating the negatives, but about enriching your life with positives. It's about crafting a lifestyle so vibrant that there's no room left for the habits that once held you down. Subscribe to this channel if you're determined to transform your life. Press that like button, hit the bell for notifications, and prepare to watch your ambitions become victories. Commit to this journey and watch how the quality of your life soars to new heights. To instigate real change, ask yourself, what steps from this message will I put into action? Chase greatness, forge indomitable bonds, dive into rewarding endeavors, and sculpt a stronger self that's the blueprint for a life in which addiction has no stronghold. For those who found value in this discourse and wish to express their gratitude, a kind gesture awaits in the link below. So, are you ready to break free? What will you do today to step out of the cage and into your own vibrant rat park?